What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. So we got a new video today. Very excited. Um, yesterday I dropped a video about menards and showing some different stuff, and I was really impressed with some of the level of details on buildings at menards for their O scale. What I didn't say is that yes, you can go into menards and look all you want, but you ain't leaving without buying something. That's just menards. So um, I kind of did a thing. Right here, I went ahead and picked up this. The U.S. Army boxcar, O scale. This is part number 2797648. I am kind of laughing about this package. The personal reason why I went ahead and got this was, one, because my older brother served in the military twice, both times with the United States Army. He did about roughly 13 years. And myself, I did 2 tours with the military. Once regular Army, once with the Texas State Guard. So I'm kind of wanting to put together a little bit of training to identify for my brother and I and the rest of our family who also served. My grandfather served in World War II in the Navy. 2 of my uncles served in the Navy during Vietnam. So I'm kind of wanting to put some trains together. And my great uncle also served in the Army for 10 years and got out. He was out for a year, and he told my aunt, he said, "I can't make it a civilian. I'm going back in the military." And he did. He re-upped in the Air Force and did 22 years in the Air Force. There's a long story behind that one, how he got away with that. But anyways, again, so I bought this. It's O scale, very nice. And I'm laughing because the top of this says military boxcar with shells. Again, that part number is 2797848. Sorry, I think I said 76 earlier, but 77848. Now, right below it says O gauge flat car. Available at Menards. Go figure. So let's open this up and let's take a look at it. And so yes, I'm very proud of my family. We've been involved in pretty much every branch of the military, all throughout on both sides, my dad's side and mom's side of the family. So a couple of my uncles were in the military in Vietnam and World War II, stuff like that. So very, very proud of my military heritage. So this was kind of a wasn't going to buy it, but I went ahead and did it. All right. Well, on first appearance, roof actually feels like it might be metal. It's got some plastic on it. I love these little signs they keep sticking on it. Danger, explosives. I absolutely love that. That's nice. Oh, there's the brake wheel. A little brake wheel came off, but it's okay. Little imperfections, but for the price, hey, you expect a few imperfections. And the one thing I do like that I have been seeing with the Menard stuff is that, and it's back on. I don't know if you can see that, but yes, it's back on. Is that for the price, it is actually great because it leaves room to be able to, modify and make it your own. It's very budget friendly, very budget minded. Is it to scale? Maybe a little bit off, but overall, budget friendly, like I said, and you can't go wrong with it. So this works out really well. It's got the knuckle couplers. As always, one thing that we all hate is those big knuckle couplers. But unfortunately, there's not much you can do with it when you run O scale, unless you change out to the Katie O scale couplers. That's a possibility because I do like scale couplers. Um, doors do open, I think. Yep, they do open. Oh, that is so neat. They got the shells right there inside. That is so cool. That definitely made it worth it. Both doors do open. And there's the shells on that side. It's got a very good weight to it. It is a smooth side. And a lot of your details are cast into the plastic. That's not a big deal. I get why they put the grab irons and they didn't put the step right here because of the swing. I get it. You might actually hit it, knock it off. No big deal. I think these also come in Navy, Air Force, I think Marines too. I'm not sure. I have to go look online. But I do know you can buy the single or the dealer's pack. I have been looking at the dealer's pack a lot. The wheels do turn, and these are actually turning very, very easily. I'm not feeling any resistance. One flaw I did see on these I don't like is how shiny the wheels are. But there again, budget minded, you can fix that by simply taking some paint, going in there, painting that center right there. You know, paint it black or a rust brown, you know, whatever you want. Give it more realistic look. Not bad. I mean, I like it. I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. It's got a high level of detail to it. Could use some more. The thing I like, I guess, one of the things that really drew me to this particular style boxcar is that my modeling that I do with trains, whether it was G scale or O scale, has always been from about 1910, 1920, somewhere right in there, to about the 40s, 50s, 60s, early 70s. That's about as high as I go. So this boxcar fits in really, really nice with what I'm going with. And eventually I will have a complete U.S. Army boxcar train with heavy weights behind it. Probably gonna do something like, I don't know, like a World War II train, recruit or something like that. I don't know. I do like this. They are operating knuckle couplers, and I was kind of playing with this while I was talking, and you can actually, it's got a spring in there, which I don't know what that's for, but yeah, I mean, you can pop that knuckle coupler open. Got to work with that one. I'm probably not doing it right or something, but it does latch good, that's for sure. I know there's a way to do this. Oh, there you go. Kind of pull it up, and it flips it up, and then cool. So that's good. That's really cool. That's a neat idea. Kind of keeps little stuff. You like air hoses and stuff. Add them. But like I said, this fits in really good with what I'm going to be doing. I'm doing this a little bit at a time, not all at one time. So, no rush on anything I'm doing right now. So, and let's look at the other package. And I will give a full explanation on that one here in just a minute. Again, part number on this military boxcar is 279-7848. So keep that in mind. I do like the packaging on these. They did not go with a fancy box. It helps keep the price down. That's another thing. Very budget friendly. That's pretty cool. Now, let me say this before I go to the next package. I am not endorsed by Menards in any shape, form, or fashion. Let's get that out of the way. Because Menards has actually got me really stoked. I'm not a fan of tubular track, and I will be using Atlas track. Ran Atlas when I ran HO in my younger years, and I know their quality. So the next package I got is this one right here, the 2-pack ore cars. And this one is part number 279-7098. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I'm using a razor blade doing this. So. I know some people say don't cut all the way around, but I do just because the fact doesn't tear up the box. There we go. Okay. So, let's take a look at this. This was kind of fun. There's another reason why I got these ore cars. These are the Pennsylvania ore cars. These are short ones. They got a good weight. Could be a little bit heavier if you wanted to. Operating knuckle couplers. Well, that one not to work with, but little imperfections for the price. Removable coal load. Got it empty. Good place to hide stuff. If you're trying to hide stuff from your kids, little extra money, whatever, and you've got on your layout, good way to hide it. Don't ask. Yes, my father did that when he was running when I was HO layout, which kind of brings me to that. Now, the graphics are nice, really nice. High level of molded in detail. Oh, looks like we got a wheel we have to. Nope, there it is. Okay. Wheels are rolling very free. The funny thing is that, oh, yeah, this one right here. Look at that. The number is actually crooked a little bit. Little imperfections, but that's cool, you know. Even in the real world, they don't get them perfect. But on the other side, it is perfect. So that's really cool. That's kind of cool. That's a nice little thing to giggle about. And this one is the same way. This side, it's perfect. This side is just barely off. Now, both these Pennsylvania ore cars, they are Pennsylvania. My father and I both modeled Pennsylvania. The reason being is Pennsylvania was a very unique railroad. He modeled Pennsylvania in both HO and G. Of course, he liked to mix American and European. We both love riding mixed trains. Unfortunately, he is gone now, so I'm picking up the slack on everything. The reason why I went ahead and bought these 2 ore cars, I am going to be buying some more. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Nothing fancy, nothing quick. One, because I do like them. They're short, and it's kind of going with something I want to do, which I'm looking at building kind of like a switching layout for my kids in an L shape and give them problem solving. Get them off the video games, basically. My kids love video games. I don't have an issue with that, but as much as they're on it, I do have an issue with that. One of the things I would like to do when I do this little switching layout with these cars is that I would like to replicate something that was on my father's HO layout. Anybody that's been around for a long time knows about Model Railroader magazine. I believe it was around 82, 83. There's an article called Paul Kepler's Round the Wall Layout. That is my father. On the back cover of this magazine was a scene from his mining district. And I believe it was his 2442 mallet, Pennsylvania mallet, I believe. Could be wrong, maybe a 2662. But it was a tank locomotive. articulated mallet, and I love that scene on the back of that model railroader. You can probably get it if you contact model railroader and you ask for it, but you could probably get it. Do not let that article fool you if you do read it or you have it or you plan on getting it from it. The layout is not the exact same size that they say it is. Reason being, all the cars on his layout were modified. Short modified. The long ones were cut down just a little bit. So it made everything look like it fit in like it's supposed to. So when the model railroader came out and did the article on my father and his layout, he thought the layout was bigger than what it actually was. It wasn't. The mining district, or the coal district that you just heard me mention, when you walked from the hallway into the train room, through the door, it sat off to the left, which is one that I, for whatever reason, have always loved that particular scene on his HO layout before he tore it down. You come in and you look at this piece that basically went from the bedroom door, which, yes, that was in a bedroom, to about 3/4 of the way down the wall. And on one side of, on the left, you had the mine, which he used to keep these ore cars in HO in there, full of coins and dollar bills. We found out why he always locked the train room door. And he would push him in there so we didn't see it. No big deal, you know, it's kind of one of those fun memories. On the right side of that scene was the coal loading, or as he called it, the coal dump location. And it had 2 tracks on the front, several switches, track that ran into the mine, a Y track that went past the coal dump and went on out to the main layout. So I want to incorporate that into the switching layout, just in O scale. That has always been my favorite scene on that layout. I was able to reacquire it when I was 13 from a family friend who had it in storage, and I got it rejuvenated and brought it back. And then sadly, right around about the age of about 24, we had a really bad storm that came through Dallas, put a hole in the roof, and while we were out of town, when I came back, the ceiling had fell and destroyed that whole section. Very sad. I wish I could have kept it, but hey, I got to spend many years with it myself in that particular section, and had a lot of fun with it. So I want to incorporate that with O scale. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the tubular track. I do like Atlas track. I know their quality, top notch. Now, I mentioned earlier that it's a little tight. Yeah, we can clip that up. No big deal. I mentioned earlier about the fact that my father and I both modeled Pennsylvania Railroad. We both did because it was very unique. In their heyday, their glory days, before they, excuse me, really diversified between freight and passenger. There was a time when they used to run mixed trains. I love mixed trains because to me, it makes sense. You're moving 2 products with 1 train, passenger and freight. I also like to model the NDM and F&M Railroad in Mexico. They had the same philosophy. Move 2 products, 1 train. Love the paint schemes on the F&M. That was great. NDM is Nogales de Mexico, National Railways of Mexico, and F&M is Faracas, Nogales de Mexico. Something. If I'm saying that wrong, please correct me because I may be saying that wrong. But I do plan on doing a train later on with that in the F&M paint scheme, and along with some F7s and F3s and other stuff in the NDM paint scheme. Again, These you cannot go wrong with. Menards did it right. And I'm actually quite satisfied. I'm really stoked on this. I really want to, you know, get something going for the kids. And, just get something going. I mean, a little bit here, a little bit there. Nothing, no big rush. I will say this, for all three of these pieces was under, look at that. That's kind of cool. I like how close those couplers are. Sorry about that. Squirrel moment. For under $60, and along with the money I had in the truck here that I threw in to get these, it was under $60, and they also gave me a rebate on it. So I got to go online to get the rebate, which I get $6.60 back from it. I think that's pretty cool that Menards would even do that on these, a rebate even on these. That's just awesome, That's not something you hear of every day. So, like I said, again, for the price, you can't go wrong. Yes, you could add some more detail to it if you wanted to. Leaves room for modification, weathering, painted. Very, very budget-minded. I'm actually pretty stoked about this one. I do plan on getting some more Pennsylvania because I'd like to get at least a string of them before I change over to like Burlington Northern, or I won't do Canadian National because I used to pull containers out of there, but I probably will. Don't let me lie to you. I probably will wind up doing something with Canadian National at some point. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually really stoked. I mean, you could, like I said, paint them, weather them, re-decal them if you wanted to for whatever. You're not losing a lot of money, and it's very budget friendly. Same thing on these with these wheels. They're very shiny. Again, inside, paint them. You're good. You can do whatever you want. You could even replace them with Lionel wheels. Probably wouldn't hurt it any. Yeah, I mean, I'm stoked. Very, very stoked. So we're gonna have to do some more of this. I'm gonna start picking up some rolling stock here and there, and some that I can kit bash. I love to kit bash and custom build. So I want to really do some 1950s scale replica coaches, build them myself. Yeah, and some of the good thing about these box cars and these ore cars is it kind of also gives me a template to build my own. So that's also a plus. And Menards, whew, I can't say enough for Menards, man. This is amazing. It really is. If you stop and think about it, these were $35 for the set. You can't touch that in G scale. One in G scale, twice this price. Maybe higher now. I don't know. I've built a lot of my own G scale stuff, so I haven't really messed with a lot of the G scale stuff made now. But I'll start going this direction. And I'm finding it very, very cool. So stay tuned because we're going to have some more stuff coming up. We will be getting back to the foamy build and more motorcycle stuff. This is something I'm doing pretty much little here, little there, just as it comes along. Not rushing it at all. I want to make sure it's correct, so even when I do get the switch layout done and get that, which I can get the materials from my job for free, all I got to do is ask for it. Hey, when it's all said and done, it's exactly the way I want it. So I'm stoked, and Menards spurred that fire. So Menards, my hat goes off to y'all. Thumbs up, especially on the quality and the way that y'all have done it. Menards, thank you guys for everything. I'll see y'all on the next video. Y'all take it easy, keep the shiny stuff and the rubber down. See y'all on the road.